सा पढ़ रहा था फिर, और जैसे जो बेसिक न्यूज़पेपर में वो तो मैं देख लिया जितना भी लास्ट एक महीना का।
क्या चीज?
लाइक मैं लास्ट मंथ में जो भी न्यूज़पेपर का जो भी था मैं ऐसे पढ़ चुका हूँ।
हम्म।
बट और क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं मेरे को एग्जैक्टली पता नहीं है।
वो जो तुमको फेसबुक वाला ग्रुप में डाला है ना,
हाँ
उसमें देखो बहुत सारा राइटअप्स है, वो पढ़ते जाओ।
ठीक है।
कोई क्वेश्चन है तुम्हारा?
नहीं वैसे तो नहीं था, इंटरव्यू रिलेटेड।
हम्म। ओके ईशान, टेल अस समथिंग अबाउट इंदौर।
अबाउट दिस सिटी इंदौर।
हम्म।
So one thing I know about Indore is that the traffic system over there isn't very organized, and there are a lot of road accidents happening as compared to the national average. And secondly, it is very famous for its food dish poha.
हम्म।
So right now, I'm
But
just aware about these two things.
Indore is very famous for cleanliness. No? It has been rated the cleanest city in India for the past so many years.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't recall this fact, but yeah, I've heard of this.
And tell us something about I am Indore.
So I've heard that IIM Indore is one of the only IIMs to have the Bloomberg terminal.
Hmm. What is that?
So Bloomberg terminal is basically used by investors all across the globe. And the main functionality of this is that we get information much faster as compared to the traditional media. So
What
that helps us place trades.
what kind of information?
It's about the news, and mostly it is about the current affairs.
What is
So
your
what?
insider trading?
Sorry, sir.
Have you heard of the term insider trading?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
So insider trading is when you use unethical means to derive information about the company related to its financials or any news, and you use that for placing trades. So you gain that unfair advantage and you can make a lot of money out of it, but this is illegal.
And define again. You use illegal means to gather information about the company.
Not just 1 second. So can you hear me?
Yeah.
My, so it's what was the question?
What is insider trading?
It is about getting the financials of the company earlier than it is released.
And based on that, you do some trades.
Yeah, you can buy shares of that company or short sell shares.
So why? How would you control it? And there will be some people who would be having privy knowledge, na? Previous knowledge about how the company is doing, especially the
Okay,
employees. That
so one thing which happens is that people working as investment bankers or in the financial department of a company or maybe the treasury department of a company would not be allowed to place trades, and they have to sign a pact in which they cannot reveal information about all this to others. So neither are they allowed to trade, and neither can they pass on this information.
Hmm. Okay, suppose you are to look, you are to manage a hostel, okay,
Okay.
with about 100 students,
Hmm.
a kind of paying guest accommodation, okay.
Okay.
and the food has to be sourced from outside.
Okay.
So what will be the cost component? What are all the costs involved in food coming from outside for a PG, let's say, of 100 students?
So when we outsource the food, are we outsourcing it to a vendor like Sodexo?
We are not outsourcing. We are trying to prepare food for the hostel inmates, for the PG inmates. And how would you calculate the cost of the food?
So like per day or per meal?
Whichever, what would be the components?
So the component would be first the food, then the mess area.
Mm,
Then we need to arrange for the logistics and transportation,
mm,
electricity,
mm,
and we need to arrange for people to serve the food.
mm.
And I can just think of these things right now.
Salary of the cooks?
So we are ordering food, right?
No, we are making food in a separate area for
Then
the
then we'll also need to account for the salary of the cook.
and food license.
I didn't think of this, but yes, food license.
Anything else?
The disposal of the wasted food.
Mm. So how would you see whether you are being cost effective or not?
I'll need to create accounts for each of these things and personally monitor the cost.
That is the cost control part. But how will you know whether you are being cost effective?
So I don't not sure about this.
You mentioned Sodexo now,
Yeah. So we can outsource it completely to them.
so you can compare to their rates and your rates,
Yeah, we can do this. I didn't think of this.
or you can get quotations from nearby restaurants or homemade food kind of.
Yes, so we can compare it by taking quotations of different vendors and people who cook at home.
Mm,
And then we can compare it to the cost we have to incur in all these things.
mm. When you retire, okay, or when you are old, how would you check whether you have led a successful life or not? How would you
So
define that?
also the one way could be that if I'm told to write a book about myself, if I can complete around 30-40 pages of the accomplishments I've achieved and what I've done for the society, if I can do that, then I feel I would have led a successful life.
So your achievements would be in terms of what?
The achievements would be in terms of the impact I've made on the society, the number of people I could have impacted through my work.
Like which areas? What would you really define your purpose in life as?
So
And then
my
you are a student, so you want to study, then you want to get into job or investment banking and earn money and all that. But at the end of all this, what do you think your purpose in life is, which you would
so
like to?
even if I work as an investment banker right out of college, which I want to, I would want to gain the specific professional skill set and then try to carry out my own venture where I can make financial solutions for the underprivileged part of the society.
Like how? What kind of financial solutions can you give underprivileged people?
For example, we can make a, for I can make a fintech platform which distributes loans to people in villages for maybe their educational needs or start their own social ventures.
What kind of ventures?
If anyone living in a village, if they want to start a non-for-profit organization or something which requires some amount of investment, then it's very
But
difficult to get those from banks.
no, but we are talking of underprivileged people, you said, na? So they themselves need money. Why would they be doing non-profit?
So then we can, except for this, we can also make solutions for them to handle the extra amount of money they have right now
Yeah, so how will you help them?
by educating them about financial planning, how they can
They don't have money.
make.
What education do if they don't have money?
If they have zero money,
You are
then
saying,
obviously
saying something about giving them money to start something.
so that was about giving them loans to start something as a non-for-profit organization or something which could
Why
help the
could why
villagers.
should it not be for profit for themselves and set them up in some business? Maybe open a grocery store, open a tailoring shop, open a barber shop, and be self-sustainable and return the loan also.
Yes, so we can think in this way as well. But then we'll need to have a very good loan management system of avoiding bad debts.
Hmm. So there is talk of lot of AI taking over jobs, right?
Yes,
And you must be knowing that this year a lot of students of IIMs and ITs are almost 30% are not being placed.
yes.
So are we seeing a tectonic shift where this all this university education will become redundant?
No, so firstly, I feel that the current situation where people from IITs are not being able to get jobs is because of the unemployment recession which is going on right now. That AI might not be the only reason for this. And there is definitely a risk of AI taking over a lot of jobs. But I feel that AI could also create a lot of jobs, and like we'll have to see how we can use AI to get better. There would be a lot of sectors which would be
But
affected, but
in most of the countries nowadays, over the last at least 5 years, they are talking of having a giving away minimum basic income to everybody, whether he works or not, so that people can at least survive even if they don't have job. So why are the governments thinking in those terms?
I think those measures are for increasing social security. But I don't think this is possible in India.
But we hear that 80 crore people are being given food at least in India, no, every month for so many years now. That is also kind of indirectly giving them money so that they can survive, at least have food. So that is
So
happening. 80 crores is half the population of India.
So they are being giving this, but you cannot compare it to the amount of money or amount of social security you get in maybe the Scandinavian countries
We are
because
not
they
comparing. I'm saying that there is a shift in the thinking of government that one has to provide basic amenities to the citizens so that the citizens do not get into riots and uh, stealing and stuff like that. So that people are at least having food to eat, so they don't do anything which is not good for society. So this kind of thinking is going on for a long time. So how do you see this?
I feel the government's giving such social security is good. Even the Nobel laureate Abhijit Banerjee has written a lot of articles about this, how giving freebies might not be as bad as it seems, and it is required to uplift the economically weaker sections of the society.
So you don't see any harm in it.
So obviously there are some disadvantages to it. It might make people more lazier, but think this is important.
Hmm. Anything else we should know about you?
Yes, sir. So I was working as the treasurer of my school's intra club last
Hmm.
year, where we were having to manage approximately 1.5 lakh rupees, and we had to undertake a lot of uh, money. We had to undertake a lot of. So am I audible? So
Hello,
hello, hello.
I can hear you.
So we were responsible for undertaking crowdsourcing. Yeah, we were responsible for inventing some crowdsourcing avenues to make money.
How did you spend this money?
So there were three things which we did with that money. We distributed blankets during the winter. Then we went for a lot of health awareness camps in different villages and different underprivileged schools. And thirdly, we went to some villages to tell the children over there to build diyas and different craft work. And we sold those things and we gave the profits to them.
How old were these children?
They were between the age of 8 to 15.
But children are not supposed to work below the age of 14.
They were not working, they were just making things like diyas and some craft work which didn't require any kind of labor.
Making diya will require labor, no? That's child labor. So you are encouraging child labor, na? Kids are supposed to be studying at that age.
So we went to schools where they were studying. We didn't just randomly pick up people who might not be studying. We were going to schools where people were studying, and this was as a part of extracurricular activity for them.
Anything you want to ask her?
So if I get selected in the program, what is something which I can do in the 1 month left for the program to start?
What can you do meaning?
to better prepare myself to handle the rigor of the course.
No, the course is self-sustainable. Don't worry about it. Just relax, enjoy your life, and wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
हम्म, ठीक है, तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू तो अच्छा ही था आज का। तुमको कोई डाउट है तो बोलो।
तो वो लास्ट पार्ट में लाइक रॉन्ग ही बोल दिया, बोलना नहीं चाहिए था,
कौन सा?
ये चाइल्ड लेबर वाला।
हाँ, 14 साल से कम का बच्चा को तो अलाउड नहीं है इस पे काम करना। ठीक है, रियलिटी तो लॉ के हिसाब से नहीं हो सकेगा, इलीगल है, लेकिन अब क्या किया जाए।
बट एटलीस्ट मैं बोलूँ तो नहीं ना फिर ये।
नहीं बोला मैं। या एज तुम 14 के ऊपर बोले या 15 या 16 ऑनवर्ड ऐसे बोल।
हाँ वही 15 to 18 ऐसा बोल देंगे।
हम्म।
एंड सो फिर लाइक सैटरडे और संडे में से एक दिन मैं एक बार ऑफलाइन इंटरव्यू के लिए आ सकता हूँ क्या?
तुमको मैं बोल दूंगा, मोस्टली संडे को होगा शायद। तुम
अच्छा और
नॉर्मल।
भी लोग आएंगे क्या?
नहीं नहीं, तुम ही आओगे, सब तो बाहर है ना, तो कोई आएगा नहीं। एक्चुअली ऑफलाइन का उतना जरूरत नहीं है, तुम बोल रहे हो इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
इसमें मुझे सिर्फ एक आध ही चाहिए था, जस्ट टू गेट दैट कॉन्फिडेंस, बिकॉज यहाँ पे मेरा कैमरा भी ऑन रहता नहीं है।
तो या तो वीडियो से कर लें क्या एक दिन?
बस एक बार संडे को ऑफलाइन कर लीजिए उसके बाद।
ठीक है, हम जहाँ तक है संडे ही बोलेगा तुमको आने, सैटरडे या संडे। तुमको सुबह बोलने से तुम 1 डेढ़ घंटा में आ सकोगे?